So, uh, what is your name, major, and reason for going to UNT?
My name is Tyler Robinson. I'm a media arts major, and originally I went to TCU, and I didn't like the environment there, and I had some friends at UNT, and I experienced some of the events around UNT, and I found out that I actually do like the people here, and I liked the campus, and also I switched my major to media arts, and so this is a lot better program here at UNT than it was at TCU, and so I talked with my mom and decided that UNT would probably be better to transfer to.
Okay. So, where were you born and raised?
I was born in Fort Worth, Texas, and raised in Saginaw, Texas, which is just 30 minutes down the road from here, right by Fort Worth. It was just me, my mom, and my brother growing up. Lived in the same house my entire life, and never moved, nothing until I came to college, and I enjoyed it. Met a lot of my friends there.
That's cool. You've been in that area for a while. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
So, what does Texas bring to you?
Well, Texas is like multiple states put into one state. So there's a lot of things that Texas can offer to one person. Like for example, North Texas, where I spend majority of my life, majority of my time, is a very populated and growing area, and it has a lot of opportunities for future endeavors, future jobs, and it's like top 5 in the media field right now in the country. And since that's like the field I'm going into, I'm really excited to stay here and to help boom that field, my field of expertise that I'm going into. And even if I didn't want to stay in North Texas, I could move just south to San Antonio, Austin, Houston, and just naming those 3 cities, it's all different. There's different cultures, different history, and a place like San Antonio compared to North Texas, you can learn so much more just moving to a different city. And yeah.
Okay, cool. That's good. Very interesting that you actually bring up the different parts of Texas. Because for my next question, it was going to be, do you think you would be a different person if you grew up in a different part of Texas?
I definitely would be, because I feel the area that I grew up in was more urban-like, and we have a very different style of talking, different style of dressing. The things that I learned and was taught around here and the mindset that I have now is very influenced by this area. And I feel like if I was brought up maybe more down south, then I would have a completely different mindset, maybe like politically or how I treat people and stuff like that. And if I was outside of Texas or something like that, then I think it would be completely different, because I feel like the southern states have more of a, they have better hospitality, and we're nicer to people and more genuine and stuff like that. And so if I was anywhere else other than like where I came from, I'd be completely different. Like, because the people around you mold who you are really, and like your environment is what shapes you. So completely different group of friends, everything.
Okay. Well, that's all the questions. Thank you. You did really good.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking your time to take this interview.
Thank you for having me.
So I'm going to go ahead and start asking the questions. Alright. So, what is your name, your major, and reason for going to college?
My name is Mark Caldwell. My major is cybersecurity. And the reason why I'm going to college is because my parents really wanted me to. They never did. After they finished high school, they kind of had me, and they kind of just wanted me to do it to show my sisters that like it could be done.
Okay, that's good. So like a role model, you know?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Okay, so where were you born and raised?
I was born in Saginaw, so I was raised over there, just close to Fort Worth, basically. It's basically Fort Worth. So yeah.
So what does Texas bring to you?
Bring to me, I guess it brought like all my personality. I don't think I would be the same person if I wasn't around from here.
Okay.
I grew up with certain people and kind of just we're all the same. So yeah.
Cool. All right. And last question. Do you think, Texas is big, so do you think you would have been a different person if you grew up in a different part of Texas?
For sure. Yeah. It could be anywhere in Texas. If it was like closer, I feel like to Austin, you would be different than over here. And I think even in Fort Worth, you could be more country than what other people are. So yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's all I have. Thank you for taking your time for this interview.
Cool.
Appreciate
Cool.
it. All right. So just going to ask you, what is your name, your major, and reason to go to college?
Gotcha. I'm Isaac, and my major is fire science, and I go to college basically to train to be a paramedic. I'm trying to be a firefighter paramedic.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Where were you born and raised?
I was born in Fort Worth, around the Saginaw area, and I was raised up there basically. I grew up, I guess I was born in like North Virginia Hills, but then we moved there when I was like 2, so I don't really remember that, but I feel like that's basically shaped like who I am.
Cool. What would you say Texas brings to you?
It's like a different culture in Texas. It's very welcoming and friendly, and I feel like it made me a more friendly person,
Okay.
more willing to talk to people, strangers, and just be like a pleasant person, honestly. All right, go ahead, my bad, I'm done.
Okay, you're good. All right. Do you think you'd be a different person if you grew up like in a different part of Texas?
Yeah, for sure, because like there's so many subcultures in Texas, like in different cities and stuff. Like I feel like if I was born in other parts of Texas, I'd be completely different.
Cool. All right, well that's all I have. Thank you taking your time.
Sure, man.